evening, everyone. Welcome to Janderra. I'm Gerwin, and oh wow, what a week! What a day! Oh my goodness! So while I'm waiting for a few people to come in, I'm just going to go over what's been happening this week on the homestead. So yes, so it's been an interesting, really interesting week. So we had our Shed Wars catch up last week, and weekly catch up as we do, and our Sunday night live prayer. And I got my entry in for SHEDWARS22, and we had some rain. And Matthew actually went camping before that, but that was when I got the video out. Did a goat update. The grass is looking amazing. My paddocks are just all growing really, really well. This video was actually a video that I took on my way home from picking Matthew up from camp. So again, it was done a couple of days before this as well, but lots of fun. I got the pinwheel glow stick. That was just a little bit of fun, that one. It really was. That was a lot of fun. We were at, this was actually while Matthew was at camp. So we were at a friend's 21st birthday party, and they had glue sticks, and we turned it into a pinwheel and made it go around. It was fun. Lots of fun. And I finally got around to planting my ice cream bean tree seeds. So an ice cream bean tree. So I actually got these seeds from Kim and Phil from Stone the Crow's Homestead. They were part of SHEDWARS21. That's how I got to meet them. Lovely couple. And yeah, I got my ice cream bean tree seed. I've been wanting an ice cream bean tree since Crystal was around Jonathan's age. I did have one back then, but then I ended up moving from that property. Hi, Wild. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, so I finally got to plant my ice cream bean seeds. So they did actually come over a couple of weeks ago with some lovely cuttings. I got some pepino cuttings, some mulberry tree cuttings, which I'm always excited about extra mulberry tree cuttings because extra diversity on the property is always a good thing. So I think it means now I've got 4 different varieties of mulberry, I think. But yeah, yet to plant a lot of them around. A lot of them are not in their final spots. Yeah, so I'm really, really hopeful for these cuttings that they're going to go well. She also gave me some rosemary, which was lovely. Some more Madagascar beans, which I already had some from Andy, and I actually got to harvest them today. So I've got a video coming out on that soon. What else happened? We got a really, really big storm yesterday, and just did a quick video of that, and got more rain. So really, really excited about the rain we're getting. It's a really, really good sign for the rest of the year. Ice cream bean tree. Have you never heard of an ice cream bean tree? Oh my goodness, you should check out Kim and Phil's video. I actually do have a link. I think it's in the cards. I don't think I got it in the, there you go, now it's gone and opened up a new tab. So it is a fantastic plant. It's a fantastic pioneering tree. They're going to open up. So these are the pods. So it's an Inga tree fruit, but it's commonly called the ice cream bean tree. But yeah, and some of them don't taste like, the taste varies a lot. So where she goes. Oh, it's also called a marshmallow fruit. So the Inga tree of South America. So yeah, it's just absolutely, it's a fantastic tree. It really is. It's an amazing nitrogen fixer. I'm not sure if she shows much more of the tree itself. Oh, yeah, there we go. So yeah, it's a nitrogen fixer. It's a pioneer species. It is just an absolute all-round wonderful plant. And hopefully will grow very, very quickly. And as she comes from 2 hours that way-ish, west-ish, her species, her tree should cope the genetics of her stock should actually cope really well in this area. So, hi, Ashley's Allotment Diary. Thank you for joining us. It's lovely to see you in the live. Welcome. I enjoy watching your videos as part of SHEDWARS21. It's good fun. So yeah, the ice cream bean tree is a fantastic tree, and I'm very, very excited about being able to plant it on my property, although she's calling it ice cream fruit tree or marshmallow fruit tree. Anyway, either way, I'm very excited about this tree that hopefully I'm going to be able to plant. Well, I have planted it. Hopefully it's going to grow. So yeah, so that's probably my biggest excitement. I actually managed to get the seeds in some dirt. Hopefully they'll grow. So then the storm. I did my final weigh-in I was volunteering for the Northern Hemisphere for SHEDWARS21, and also did the final weigh-in for Matthew and Jonathan for their youth division. So we have been tracking how much produce they've brought in. And Wild Edibles suggested that I do a short of the pinwheel, so I did a short. That's a very short. Very short. I didn't think that was that short, actually. I'm going to have to do another one. I've got another one coming out tomorrow morning, I think. So yeah, so that's basically my week in a nutshell. It's been a fairly hectic, busy week. Not that you can really tell much from here. And today has been the pinwheel. The pinwheel's good fun. That was so much fun. Jonathan and Gavin really had fun playing with that one. It was good fun, that one. I mean, what's not to like? It's a spinning glow stick. They just had so much fun. So much fun. So yes, if you feel like watching a glow stick pinwheel, feel free to go over and have a watch of that video. But lost it. Totally lost it. But this morning, the draft happened for SHEDWARS22 in the Southern Hemisphere. Now, I have got a playlist that goes through all the current members, which I will leave up. Are you seriously? 5 seconds of wood falling out of a truck got you 1,000 views? That's nuts. You did a short of your dog asleep and it's over 400 views. Crazy. I've got some shorts that have done really, really well. Really, really good shorts, actually. I think my highest is 17,000. Let's see if I can find it. What is that? I'll come back and have a look at that later. Let's look at my most popular video. It is a short and it's had 16,000 views. And you can't see it. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. So yes, I got a before and after milking the goats. So yeah, it's had 16,000 views. My next most popular is actually telling the difference between a Rhode Island red rooster and a hen. Go figure. That one really actually gets me lots of views regularly. And that's not a short. I got a short of the Sarnans eating a tree. That's given me 6.6 thousand views. So that's really nice. Really, really nice. The goat milking routine. That's a short again. So that's given me 5.2 thousand views. I'm really pleased with these, actually. This one's a really old one. This one used to be my best one. But I made it like 3 years ago. So it's old video. But my goat shorts do really, really well. The goat shorts just do really, really, really well. My SHEDWARS22 promo video is actually doing really well. And that's what we're about to talk about now. So I'm actually going to bring that up.
All you can do is grow in pots, or you've got acres of land to grow on. You've got an urban backyard with an aquaponics setup. If you've got a few chickens roaming around in your backyard. If you've got goats or chickens or sheep or cows or anything like that, or anything really, if you do anything in the way of self-sufficiency and you live in the Southern Hemisphere, we want you as part of SHEDWARS22. Entries have got another week to go, so make sure you get your entries in. Look in the description for details.
Now, I've actually made a big mess up with my end screen because I totally blocked off when the draft was, which was today. Hey, Andy, welcome to Janderra. Now, if anyone does want to come up and join me on the panel, you're most welcome. I have got the link pinned to the chats, I believe, but I will pop it in again. It's always lovely to see you, Andy. And guess what? I finally harvested some Madagascar beans. Yay! I got a video coming out later, but I also had all my fish die. Actually, no, I tell a fib. I still have 4 out of 400. No, 200, sorry. So I can't lend you any, can't give you any fish now, Andy. Sorry. Long story. I think it was snail related. I think maybe I got a heap of snails in my system from the aquaponics, from the dam. But I've got a video coming out on it later this week. The boys had a delightful fun getting covered in fish poop. But it's all good. It's not actually. I'm really bummed by it. I'm really disappointed. It's never fun when your fish die. Never fun. Not fun at all.
All right.
Off to SHEDWARS22. Now I'm not going to, and I will. I have actually got my website set up to go through who's on which team. Yeah, I know. It's really sad. Hey, Andy, because you lost your fish a little while ago. And I checked on Aussie Fish. They're not going to have any jades or any silver perch or anything until like late December, unless I want barramundi. And I'm not doing barramundi. Barramundi are way too picky with the quality of their water. And no, I'm not going there. I'm not doing barramundi. But, I mean, there are other providers around the place. They're just the ones that I know about and the ones that I've used in the past. Mosquito. Oh, and I have got my citronella candle, although I'm still getting eaten by mozzies, so it's not really helping. Anyway. But, yeah, so the SHEDWARS22 draft was on this morning on Will It Grow's channel, and it went fantastically. So, yes. And no, it is not too late to join. The draft did happen this morning, but they're actually leaving entries open until the 1st of January. So, woo! I'm very excited. The other thing that's really exciting, which I didn't actually mention much this morning, was we've got a sponsor. I don't know if you've heard of the Mud Brick Herb Cottage. Actually, I'll go over to their website first. I'll come back to this. Really, really excited about this. I just reached out to them through the week and was very, very excited that they said, yeah, we'll sponsor you. That sounds like fun. So really, really excited about that. I don't know how it's going to work for anybody that's not in Australia, but I'll work around that. That's not a huge drama. Like it might mean that that's awesome, Andy. It'll be great to have you on board. So they've offered us $100 gift card for the winning team. So that'll get split up against the team. I mean, and I might find other sponsors as well, but that's the first one that I've found so far. And honestly, it was like 2 emails. Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's not hard to ask. And all I did was send an email. I just happened to get their email. So, and I love the Mud Brick Cottage. They've got some really fantastic herbs. A lot of them are quite rare as well. So, and they've got herb plants, essential oils, dried herbs, and medicinal herbs. So they've got their spring collection. So really, really love it. They've got over 400 varieties of healthy herbs and plants. It's just really great. They also do workshops and all that sort of thing on site. So yeah, really, really love them. And they'll deliver as well. So they're great. They're absolutely great. So it's a $100 gift card for the winning team. And I will probably find others as well. So I'll find some way of working around that for anyone that's not in Australia. So maybe do a swap with them or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I may even see if I can reach out to some, and depending on who we get from other countries. At the moment, everyone that's in SHEDWARS22 is all in Australia. So that really simplifies that. But I'd much rather have some of our Kiwi friends and some of our African friends join us again. That would be wonderful. But yeah, so Mudbrick Cottage are fantastic and are really excited to come on board. Did I put the link up? I don't know if I did. So yeah, they're local here on the Gold Coast. So it's in Queensland and are absolutely lovely. They're a lovely family. So yes, very excited that we have a sponsor. Yay! I haven't heard anything from Luke. I did reach out to him in the comments, but I think I sent him a message on Facebook too, but he doesn't really respond to Messenger. So, but yeah, I mean, he's got his hands full. He's got a lot of kids and a lot of garden. I'm hoping he's going to join us again, but I think a lot of people just didn't quite get enough notification that things were happening. So you only had 2 weeks, and that was if you heard John's video. I mean, I didn't even get my promo out early enough. I would have liked to have gotten it out the same day that John announced everything, but life happened. But yeah, so really, really excited that Mudbrick Herb Cottage has come on board. They've actually got their houses made out of mud bricks. It's really cool. If you are in the area, I highly recommend you go for a trip and check out their nursery. They've got some lovely stuff going on. Really lovely. And it's just on the Gold Coast. They're open 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Tuesday. And they've got things on those weekends. So they do specific things on specific weekends, and they usually have workshops and all that sort of stuff on those days. So yeah, so they're quite easy to find on Google Maps. They've got their little Mudbrick Herb Cottage all marked there. It's a fair way away still from me. I think it'd be probably 2.5 maybe hour drive, because they're there. Where am I? Oh, I'm not that far away. Oh, where am I? Where am I? I'm not good. I can't even find myself. Actually, I am further away than that. I'm out here. I'm out here somewhere. Oh dear. Anyway, I hope he joins. Luke is a lot of fun. Yeah, I was really, really excited to hear when John said that he was going to make it so that people could enter right up until the 1st of January. That is absolutely awesome. Really, really excited. Lots of things to be very excited about. But yeah, so that's the Mudbrick Cottage. Highly encourage you to go check them out. They've got some amazing, amazing seeds, and we could probably even get seed packs or something like that and spread them amongst everybody. So they've got some really lovely stuff and a lot of unusual stuff that you can't find anywhere else, which is how I found them in the first place. I was hunting down something and I found it. So yeah, they got some information on their story and how they like to be able to share their knowledge and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, go have a look, check out the website, and go from there. But anyway, let's go back to the draft. It was quite funny. That's the wrong link. I put the wrong link in there. What a goose. I probably found it a little bit more funny than the average bear, mostly because John and Robert were fighting over me. it ended up being a coin toss, and then Robert didn't believe John that he actually won the coin toss. But it's all good. It was really funny. So this video on my website, I'll put that link up too. I should put a list of these links that I'm sharing down so that I can actually put it in the description later, shouldn't I? Not that this is a complicated thing in any way, shape, or form. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh dear. I really am having one of those days. And it's probably partially because I spent too long on everybody's lives this morning. Because we had Will It Grow's live, which was hilarious. And it was even funnier when John thought they'd actually finished divvying up who was on whose team. And then Robert's like, hang on, you forgot Matthew at Janderra. Because my son Matthew has actually put an entry in. So, and then John's decided that Jonathan had to be on Will It Grow and that Matthew has to give Jonathan a quarter of everything that he grows because Matthew's like 8 years older than John. John like, I don't think so. Although Jonathan actually really likes the idea of joining SHEDWARS, which I thought was really funny. Although I'm not really sure how I can manage that. But yeah, anyway, so John's team is a good team, you reckon? You were shocked to be picked, but it's been great. You can still bug John. You still can bug John. Oh, it's quite fun. You can't, I don't think you can really have my household having 3 members. But it's all good. I don't know. We'll work something out. Anyway, so the teams as they stand at the moment. So you got John is the team captain for Will It Grow, obviously. And you've got me. I was picked on to be on Will It Grow. And you got Bob M from Oxygen Farmer. He's one from SHEDWARS22. He was on Team Southern Cross last year, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. You want to be on Robert's team. You named his cat. Well, you can always message him and ask. Because he can get a bit sneaky with actually letting people out like that. And actually, initially, John hadn't seen Matthew's video because Matthew's entry video went out this morning, like 10 minutes before the live started, because Matthew was supposed to do it yesterday afternoon. But he said, can I do the video when it cools down? And he's like, okay, because it was really hot yesterday afternoon. It cooled down with a storm. And it was pretty much raining the rest of the afternoon. So you did name Bobcat. Bobcat was very cute. We miss Bobcat. It is good to have the boys helping. It does help their motivation. Yes. Today was really hot. It was not fun today. But honestly, it's going to get a lot hotter. At least it's going to get a lot hotter for us out here. I'm really not looking forward to summer. You got to 37.7. Actually, I think, honestly, I wasn't keeping that much track of it, especially after I think I have a chicken that's broody, and the broody chicken happens to be in the nest, in the coop with Booster, and they had no food and they had no water. So I had to catch Booster, and I had the plan of actually putting the broody chicken and all of her 30-odd eggs in another pen so I could look after her a little bit better because she's also up off the ground. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'm not even sure how long she's been sitting on the eggs for. But I was in the middle of doing all that and I had decided that, yep, today is the day Booster is going into the pot. And for some reason, I got planting cucumbers. That's a long story. And I went around to the aquaponics and discovered all the dead fish. So Booster got a reprieve and he's back in with the girls. The hen on the eggs is still on the eggs in the pen. Actually, strangely enough, tonight when I went in there were 2 chickens on the eggs. But oh my gosh, it's been an interesting day. You snuck time to shine in under Robert. Absolutely. You bought a fandangled weather thing. Aha! Did you get one of the fandangled weather things that actually will connect to your computer, or did you get a fandangled weather thing like I did and just has this little box like this that you've got to go and read? And you've got to make sure you keep the batteries up to it, because otherwise you can't read the thing. I've got to do a review on it, actually. There's some things I really like on it, other things I don't like about it. But I do need to do a review on that one. Tom kicked your butt with your weight, huh? Even the same with your male quails. Hang on, I've missed a thing. It's a challenge. Yeah, no. Although I think the quails are a much bigger problem. My problem with Booster is I can't get in there to feed the chickens because he attacks me. And he attacks the boys and he attacks Gavin. Like the second you go near the coop, he starts going after the door. And this afternoon when I was doing a video, he actually just kept jumping on the water container to try and get as tall as me so that he looked really big and scary. I'm like, I'm not scared of you, Booster. Well, I am a little bit. I keep a respectful distance from Booster because he's got talents. And he's really aggressive. So I catch him with the net. Oh dear. You have too much crowing here. Got to fix some of that today. Well, I do keep working on it. I keep meaning to, but half the problem is I haven't got something set up as a scalder. And previously all I've done is used a big metal pot and then poured a heap of boiling water in it from the kettles and gone with that. And it works, but I had to find the pot to do that in because it was still packed. But yes. You got one like mine. You're cheap. The silly part is it's only like an extra $20 to get the Wi-Fi one that'll connect onto your internet. I was so bummed when I figured that out. You have too many quail roos too, but they are hard for me to sort out. They won't sit still. He'd already be dead at your place. You got 60 years of bedtime age. Quails, you just strip the skin and all. That would make sense because they're so little. Plucking them would be a pain in the butt. Your roos are just loud. Evelyn and Howie. Still big stuff. Bob's really good. Oh dear. Anyway, so we've had a look at Team Willigrow. Team Willigrow is pretty cool. I like Team Willigrow, although I'm not quite sure how I feel like about having John as my team captain. I don't know. It was quite funny. I think it was Q Kitchen and Beyond was like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Or was it congratulations? She couldn't quite decide which way to go. And she's still trying to get into Shed Wars. So you never know. She may end up being a volunteer in the Southern Hemisphere. So yeah. And then Team Aquarius. Team Aquarius, you got Robert from Homestead Aquarius, obviously. No, I don't mind John. He's pretty good. He's just got a little bit of a grumpiness happening sometimes, and he gets a bit stressed. So we got Karen from Melbourne's East. She has a lovely channel. She's got mealworms and all sorts of lovely things. She's just a lovely lady. Then we got Claire from Claire's Country Life with Osteoporosis. She was in last year as well, so she's an OG from last year. And then we've got Matthew from Matthew at Janderra. So they're the team so far. There's only four channels on both. Yes, he does a bit of yes. He's funny. He's good value. I'm hoping that we can make it as fun down here as he's made it for the Northern Hemisphere. I'm just not sure how we're going to do that. I'm not quite as creative as Simply Jan with loose faucet and Chicken Johnny with attorney at play. So you have little roos and you have way too many in the 18 set of chicks. All my favourite roos until they get bigger. You remember Claire? Yeah. And her garden just looks amazing at the moment. It really does. And it looks really, really good. And I do have a SHEDWARS22 playlist on my channel. But if you just type in SHEDWARS22 into your search bar in YouTube, it's going to bring them all up. Hey, Tiffany Q. Welcome. Welcome. So you plucked your quails by skinning, but skinning is easier. You just wanted them for whole for Thanksgiving. Wings and legs off. Interesting. I've never done anything with quails before. I can't imagine that I'm going to start to now, but it does look like, courtesy of one of my hens going broody, because Booster's made it so that I won't go into the chicken coop. Because each time I go, because I've got a feeder in there and it's an automatic feeder, so I can fill it up with like nearly a week's worth of food. So I don't have to go in there for one, except for once a week to fill their feeder up. And there's like 30 plus eggs in there. So, and the worst part at the moment is the other chickens are still laying in the nesting box. So yeah, she's sitting on the eggs, which is fantastic. But the other girls are laying in there still. So I'm going to end up having eggs at varying different stages of development, which is a really big challenge. That's assuming any of them hatch. So who knows? Oh, okay. So the wings and the legs are too tough, so they just go. Easy to fill it than scale them. Nothing on the wings anyway. I've seen you can pull the legs out too, if you really want to. But yes. Anyway, and as I said, Matthew has done his entry video too. That was very late this morning. But so this is the SHEDWARS22 playlist that I've made just to make it so that it's easier for people to find the videos. Now, see if I can get it so that I'm watching it on YouTube. That'll be right. Let's open it up in another tab. Keeps opening it up in another tab. Keeps opening. So this year, which is different from last year, we've got John and Robert as the team captains.
All right, SHEDWARS22, Southern Hemisphere. You're up next. This is the video you want to watch because it's your official entry video.
I must say, I actually really like this intro. I like it.
And welcome back, everyone. Thank you for taking the time that you are interested in becoming a member of the all brand new SHEDWARS 2022.
Yeah, I need to get a new knife. That's the other reason why I didn't keep it with putting Booster in the freezer.
And it's time to allow the Southern Hemisphere to officially kick off the 2022 SHEDWARS season. SHEDWARS, for some of you that don't know what it is a worldwide gardening self-sufficiency collaboration. It is the world's largest gardening collaboration on YouTube. If you didn't know that, I figured I would throw that out there. It is one of the most viewed gardening communities all over the world simply because of the hashtag SHEDWARS. And
if you actually go into YouTube and search on the hashtag SHEDWARS, there's like 190 channels that use it and 3,000 videos. That's huge. And I'm sure there's been more people searching it than that. So
one in the Southern Hemisphere to please put out your entry videos if you would like to be a member of this amazing community. There is plenty of information and videos out there. If you simply just click on that hashtag SHEDWARS and familiarize yourself with it a little bit and think, if it's something, a community that you would like to join, I am sure you have something to offer, not only in the gardening aspect. This year, we are expanding at the 2022 season. We do want to expand beyond just gardening, because self-sufficiency and the world we live in today certainly requires more than just
Oh,
growing your own food. It requires, preserving of your own food. That's a totally
thank you for
different
talking.
category than growing your own food.
My cat being a
Raising
cat.
your animals in your backyard or your farm or
Pardon
your
me.
homestead, the process of not only raising them, but how you actually, process them to have them available for you and your family for self-sufficiency. That is something that we really want to highlight in this all new 2022 season. So don't feel that this is strictly just about
Yeah,
gardening.
keep
If you
moving.
have something else to offer the Shed Wars community in terms of, like I said, other
Button, please.
aspects of self-sufficiency, for instance, prepping, that kind of stuff, I am inviting you. You are more than welcome to be a part of this community. But what I will need from
My
every
cat,
single one of you at this moment
my cat
is
being a
for
cat.
you to make a simple entry video and basically just tell me a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you
Tiffany,
do,
I don't think we're going
uh,
to worry about you being
what
short a
you
video.
offer to
Not
the
even
Shed
a
Wars
little bit.
community. And
And
on
even if you get out, because
October
actually you can continue
23rd,
putting videos
there's
out until
going
the
to
23rd of
be a
November.
live draft between myself and Homestead Aquarius. We are the creators of Shed
Okay,
Wars.
cats are up my nose.
And last year in Shed Wars Southern Hemisphere, which was great, it went smooth. It was a trial thing that we decided to expand it to the Southern Hemisphere. We
It's all going up my
felt
nose.
that it went good enough. A little hiccup here and there in terms of a little communication issue here and there. Not a big deal, but nonetheless, there was a couple of hiccups. So this year we feel that instead of making captains in the Southern Hemisphere is myself and Robert, we're going to continue being captains also for the Southern Hemisphere. And we're going to give that a try, see how that goes. There is a couple of little things that we're going to add, but trust me, this new 2022
yeah,
season,
John mentioned about the whole
is
SHEDWARS
going to
World
be a lot
thing.
more simple,
That's going to be really
more
cool. So we're going to
relaxed,
be like all the categories,
and
like they do
where
in
we
the
are
country
going to
tour
ask
type thing.
members
So that's really exciting.
for help, because you members are basically,
Kitty.
you're more important to this, this community and this worldwide collaboration than, just us, the creators.
Oh,
Without you,
no, I'm not. I'm just part of the
Shed Wars
community.
wouldn't
You guys
exist.
are SHEDWARS
It would
too.
just simply be
I
between
just love this
myself and
community. I
Homestead
really do.
Aquarius. But so it's you guys are the ones that we need to give us input and feedback on how to make things better. And we certainly have listened
I'm just
over
having
the
fun.
past 2 years of,
You guys have been awesome. I'm sure you
raising
guys have really helped
quail,
save my
or
country over the
raising
last 12 months.
chickens or cows or bulls, deer
So
hunting,
challenging.
game hunting.
SHEDWARS has
That
really
is very important, and
made
you
a big
should
impact in my
showcase
life
that.
and
And we
helped me
listened,
greatly.
and we totally agree that that will be showcased in Shed Wars 22.
And I've met so
This
many
video
lovely
right
friends.
here is not about rules. There will be a very simple rules package video coming right after the draft. But right now,
Okay,
this
so we're
is
going to look after
simply
that one.
to get anyone in the Southern Hemisphere with a YouTube channel that you have something to offer. Make your entry video. You can use the hashtags. Look at the title of my video. This
you're
is
not
the way
clueless.
I'm making my entry video.
That's
And look
why I
how
actually put
simple
it
the
on my
title of
website.
my video
Um,
is. And the reason why I
the
ask
celery
that
challenge.
it's
What
done
was that? Celery challenge was one. I know that because, well, I've got a really long celery. The chili one, I can't tell you. But if you go onto Robert's Homestead Aquarius's channel, he's got a playlist with the official Shed Wars videos, and that actually shows which the challenges are. The growing in the supermarket challenge was definitely challenge 4, though. Yeah, not so much about rules this time. I think they've figured out that people don't like the really strict rules, and it gets people's noses out of joint. And it also scares a lot of people off. I look at them more like the guidelines. Like, the guideline is not to put John Keeney in your videos. And if you do, you're likely to get suspended and get a shout out from Will It Grow. Did I just say that? Maybe. I'm going to get myself in trouble. Although he's my team captain now, so I'm not likely to get suspended. Hey, Andy. How you going? Oh, can't hear you. There's enough of us to pick up where others leave off. Yeah, we all have highs and lows, and it's how we help each other through it. That's it. Absolutely. Gardening, raising animals is hard enough doing videos, and Shed Wars 2, it's not easy. No. But I find the videos actually help me to keep track of what's going on. Tiffany, you can actually continue to make Shed Wars 21 videos in the Northern Hemisphere until the 23rd of November. You can continue weighing in until then as well. But the official what you have to do, which was never a have to do anyway, it was more a guideline, that was ending today. So yeah, well, the 23rd, which for us was yesterday. How you doing, Andy? Can't hear you. No sound. That's very sad. Gets confusing. John Keeney is cool. The John Keeney was very cool. I still can't believe he had the guts to do that. There is no way in the world I would go anywhere near one of those mankinis. I wouldn't even do a female bikini. I'm not even doing my swimsuit. This is as much skin as you're going to see. Oh, no, your stomach has been in knots the entire summer. You need to chill and relax, okay? One big thing with the Shed Wars is don't look at it so it's stressful. Oh, did I hear something, Andy?
Test.
I heard that.
Thank goodness for that.
Yay!
Hey, all sorry for that.
Thank you for coming on.
Minor technical issue.
Wild edibles, you didn't get into trouble, and you saw that he put the John Keeney on your video. John's funny. He is fun.
If you pardon the French, he's so full of bullshit and bluster that it's not funny, you know. And a lot of people, I think, don't get that.
No, they don't. And he's meaning it in a fun way to actually create the character.
Yes.
And the story. I mean, so much of the Shed Wars 21 stuff on the Northern Hemisphere was based around that whole bunkie counting court case thing. And it just became a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, and it's a lovely little community. Like, I really enjoy it, you know, and I've met so many people that I wouldn't have bumped into otherwise.
Absolutely. Like, I don't think I ever would have actually met you, and I'm really grateful to know you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You're just so close.
Yes. So you said the Madagascars have taken off?
I wouldn't say taken off.
Oh.
They've produced a few beans. They definitely
Okay.
haven't taken off. But they have produced a few beans, and I've been able to harvest a few beans.
Oh, good. Well, I've got a couple in particular that I stuck in a grow bag that are really going well, surprisingly well.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of where I'm going to plant them. So I'm just not
I think
sure.
it's a water thing.
Yeah, water and sunlight.
Yes.
Because where I had them, they didn't get enough water and they didn't get enough sunlight, which was really unfortunate. So this is Claire's video. You have to go check it out. It's a bit of a long one, but she tells you heaps about what she's doing on her property. She's got lots of wood chips. I love the wood chips. And she's got the whole food forest thing going.
Nice.
And like the rest of us, she's got life. Life gets in the road. But she's got all sorts of interesting things planted. It's really, really interesting. Lots of variety.
I'm so jealous of you guys with space.
Honestly, you probably grow more in your small space than we do in ours. Just because you can concentrate more on it. But if you want to come out and grow stuff, by all means. More than happy to donate a patch of land for you to grow on. As long as I get to share its produce, of course.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Always happy to share. Although you don't want our snakes.
No.
And when you've got acreage, you've got snakes. They go hand in hand.
I'm not good with snakes.
I'm not a fan of them either. I like to know exactly where they are. But strangely enough, I actually don't see that many.
Well, I actually get a few here. I had a carpet snake, who I called Pete the Python, and then I also had a tree snake. The tree snake was called Trev the tree snake. But I think a magpie got Trev. One hit, and I found him dead in a tree out the front.
Oh, nuts. Well, Wild Edibles is telling you you're more than welcome to go over there and grow some stuff, but it's going to be covered in snow soon.
Yeah, thanks.
I think she's a little bit jealous of our climate.
Yeah. Well, until you live through all the 37 and 40 degree days, yeah.
I wish we're not going to get higher than that, but we could get up to 48 out here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I did a video today on I did a video on the critters today, and that's one of the things I found myself saying, you know, this is early spring. Can you imagine by the time we really hit midsummer?
We're what, mid-spring at the moment? We're right in the middle of spring.
Yep.
It's going to be so hot.
But there's no such thing as there's no such thing as climate change. You don't have to worry. Except those 16 centimetre hailstones we got the other day, they're a bit of a worry.
Yeah. Well, did you see what happened to Silhouette Park Farm?
No. Oh, the flood?
They got flooded and they got more rain.
Yes.
The flood water was actually higher than 2011.
Yeah, no, the climate's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's becoming, like Bill Mollison said decades ago, that he could tell us that we were going to have hotter days and we were going to have colder days. We were going to have wetter days and we're going to have drier days. So it's going to be more and more extremes. Hi, Annette. Oh,
Annette.
Annette, great news. Entries for SHEDWARS22 are actually going to be remaining open until the 1st of January. So you can still get your entry video in. we had the draft this morning. Unfortunately, I didn't find out what time John was actually doing it until quite early this morning. So I didn't get it up on my community tab until a little bit after that. So I think a lot of people just didn't get enough time to get their stuff out. That's my theory anyway.
Yeah, don't worry, Annette. You can join the ranks with me and the late starters.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I've got to do an update video on this because I've got potatoes popping up in this bed already. I am so excited about that.
Nice.
Yeah. And my little Oya. And there's that booster that was giving me all that trouble. He got a reprieve today. Still on the pot. I was 30 degrees and muggy tomorrow.
No, 30 degrees and muggy today. Degrees. Tomorrow it's 17 and rainy. We're on 27 tomorrow.
27's much nicer than 37.
Yep.
Much nicer. But you guys can watch my videos anytime. So the next entry that came in was from Melbourne's East with Karen. She's got some fantastic stuff growing in her garden. Have you seen her at all, Andy?
No, Karen, I don't know at all. I was going to say that.
Oh, she is absolutely lovely. I've got the sound turned off, haven't I?
A little bit of hilly garden here.
I'll take it back a bit so we can hear it. Hopefully my internet keeps up.
Hello, my name's Karen from the channel Melbourne's East. I'm joining you from Melbourne's East in the local government area of Maroondah. My growing conditions in the front yard, a little bit of hilly garden here for flowers, but in the backyard, it's all clay. What I hope to show people is how you can grow food to eat and food for your animals in an urban backyard setting with really nothing special. If you know anything about Melbourne, you know that it's pretty grey and miserable sometimes, and spring has sprung, yet it still feels like winter. This is my front yard.
Ooh.
My mum and I always joke that
she's got a lovely property. She really has.
We're climbing up and down the garden.
Hi, Dawn.
I'm trying to grow some violets to help reduce.
We're having a look at some of these Shed Wars entry videos.
And I had 4 enormous yuccas that we've recently removed from here. So they'll definitely.
And when she says enormous yuccas, she's not exaggerating.
To give us a bit more coverage in the backyard.
I mean, look at that. It's huge.
One of the yuccas. That's the stump.
Holy cow.
That's my foot.
That's a big yucca.
So what I'm going to do is take them out, work with them.
She hasn't decided what she's going to do with that. I wonder if you could, like, seed it with mushrooms or something.
That's what I was thinking. Dig a hole in the middle.
Yeah. You should put a comment on a video suggesting it. Wild wants to know where's the snow if it's winter. We don't get snow.
And I've got this tomato is doing fantastically. This is Amish paste.
She was a little concerned that she didn't have enough going on, but I'm like, no, what you're doing is great.
Take off now. This is last year's chili that I need to.
That's a sad chili.
Council recycling bin. It's a bit too woody.
Yes. I actually like seeing people who have tiny yards that are just doing amazing things. You know, that's what people relate to.
Well, they do. It's what people have got, isn't it?
Yep.
Last Christmas, it was decoration on my plate and some.
Fantastic, Annette. That'll be great.
A lime.
Then you get to see who's going to fight over you, whether Willie Bro's going to pick you up first or whether it'll be Homestead Aquarius.
Mandarin seemed to be the keeper of all bugs. So I've just given it another spray of pyrethrum. I know you're supposed to do it early morning or late evening, but I saw it.
Now, the sound is probably a lot better when you watch the video itself, not through mine. Her sound is actually pretty good. Just my computer and my internet's being a bit funny at the moment.
It's just an experiment.
You have the elephantus yuccas. They are huge.
I haven't done that undercover. The ones outside.
Ah, fascinating. That'll be interesting, Dawn.
Another tomato. Another tomato. Needs a bit more tying up. A tumbling tomato that's already got some flowers.
Oh, good.
And then I've got some parsley there that I just put those.
Honestly, when you've got a small backyard, you can focus and concentrate things. A lot of my problem here is I have to walk so far to get anywhere. Like we've gotten a bit of rain in the last 2 weeks. I haven't been out to the dam to check my pots yet. I'm a little concerned that they're completely drowned. So I really need to get out there and check them. But I came in at walk to go out to the dam. So having a small backyard is not a bad thing. You can get a lot going on. It amazes me how much you grow, Andy. You do a fantastic job.
Thank you. Oh, did you see I got mealworms going now?
I did, but Karen has been doing mealworms for years. So hopefully she's going to give us heaps of tips on growing mealworms, because I just started my mealworms too. Although
I saw
picked
that.
them up from the produce shop, and I think I've had a few of them die.
Well, what do you got them in?
I've got, at the moment, they're in some pollard, just because that's what I had, but I'm going to put them into some rolled oats.
I put mine in rolled oats. But you also need to do something like slice up a carrot or something so they've got some water.
Yep, I've been giving them, when the boys eat an apple, they get the apple core. So whatever Jonathan doesn't eat, it goes to the mealworms.
Perfect. Because I was hoping to get fish food out of it as well as quail food and chook food.
Yeah, I'm hoping to too. Mind you, at the moment, I don't have too many fish to feed. Mind you, neither do you, do you?
Same with me.
Yeah. Another endeavour that I have that might interest some of you is I'm a mealworm farmer. I have a few backyard chickens and I grow my own mealworms and darkling beetles in order to save some money, and quite frankly, I enjoy it. I'm a little bit weird like that. I keep trying to show people my mealworms, but nobody's interested. They think they're gross.
So you'll have to tell Karen, put a comment on Karen's video saying, I want to see your mealworms. Because I've been wanting to grow mealworms for years.
Pick me. Pick me, Karen. Pick me.
You'll have to go comment on Karen's video. She's just absolutely lovely, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what she brings to the table.
She likes the nail polish.
I say 90% of your crops.
G'day everyone, Bob M, the Oxygen Farmer here, and this is my official entry into SHEDWARS22. Now, I must say that I'm pleased that SHEDWARS team has decided to expand the categories of what is acceptable.
Yeah, Bob had some challenges with noisy stuff happening, so he ended up doing a voiceover.
Focus of my channel is just to document what it is that I'm doing. It's basically a vlog of what I've been up to, the sorts of things that I...
And it don't feel like your yard is too small, because it doesn't really... Honestly, last year, I think I pretty much grew all of my stuff, aside from my goats and the chickens. I think it was in 3 square meters, was in the aquaponics. So it wasn't a huge amount of growing space. So it's really good when you do have a small backyard, because that's what most people have got. And we want to inspire people that only have a small amount. Grow what you can where you can. Even if all you've got is a windowsill and you're going to grow some mung beans. So sprout your mung beans on your windowsill. 3 days and you got a crop. I actually was doing that last season. I don't know why I stopped, actually. Yes, I do. Mold. Oh, caravan. But I was getting like 250 grams of mung beans every couple of days. That adds up. That adds up really quickly. So,
Focus on self-reliance, independence, and growing a little bit of food.
Coming across as well. Because he was another member last year.
Raising chickens and quail.
I'm not quite sure what's on his hat.
In a couple of months, I will be moving to.
I think it's a camera.
And
you think it's a camera?
Yeah, there we go.
And these girls are all hoping I've got some feed, which I have.
That is one of the reasons that I am doing a voiceover. Anyway, I grow a few veggies, and the chickens
Good-looking chooks.
are a serious hazard there. So first tip, make sure that you can fence off the things that you plant. Now here I have got some potato chits that I purchased. I've got 3 different types: a red, white roaster, and a mash type potato. I'm growing those in containers. I will. They've got a 2 or 3 inches.
Mine
of
has a ridiculously small yard.
soil in
Like
the
if
bottom.
you haven't been onto Lion Crest Outdoors channel, you've got to go check it out. He's got some amazing stuff growing in his place, and he has a really small backyard.
And then I come back
after. This is Bob N from the Oxygen Farmer. But it's really easy to find them. I've got it. I have got a SHEDWARS22 playlist, so you can go and watch. But this is Oxygen Farmer, and I've also got the list on my Janderra website as well.
These pots are self-watering pots, just to reduce my
I'm so excited.
the time that I have to spend watering, and just also to conserve water, because once they move up to the block, water will be a bit of an issue. And my plan is to do a bit of succession planting. I've only got 3 pots here at the moment.
You can always talk to your neighbours as well. See if they're willing to let you grow stuff in their backyard.
9, maybe 12 pots. Chickens follow me everywhere.
Yeah.
And the footpath.
Put
into, and the footpath, absolutely.
Pots so far are strawberries. And I'm
thinking about planting a mango tree down the local park.
Instead of trying to root them in
water, why not?
I put them directly into the soil.
Can't hurt to try.
I grew it from a seed, so I figure I've got nothing to lose.
No.
The tomatoes. And around here I have some rhubarb, which the chickens were enjoying the leaves of, so I put some chicken wire over it, and also protected some shallots. These are the potatoes 7 weeks.
Wow.
7 or 8 weeks after the earlier photo there. The shallots that I planted at the same time, some have shot, some are still sitting there. And I've got some more pots there ready for the next succession planting. Now, as you can see,
it's definitely a camera.
Like to follow me around, and
yeah, it probably was actually. I think you're right.
Like that, but why do I tolerate that? Well,
that's gold. Hat cam.
This is what I check most days.
Cool. I want one of those.
Plenty of fresh eggs, to the extent that I end
up
having
to get myself into trouble.
Yes.
Store them for long-term storage.
I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
I also raised quail, and last year that was an issue in SHEDWARS21.
I'm not sure why he thought that was an issue last year.
It's an important part of my story, because these little fellows or little girls are very easy to raise.
Mangoes are delicious.
Feed, a higher protein feed, but they
Look at them, aren't they cute?
quail
You
is
must be loving those quails,
very hefty
watching them in a
meal
while.
for an omnivore like myself.
Clearly,
No
you can't keep
maintenance,
it out of the food dish.
apart from having to clean out their cages. I raise the quail in cages rather than free range. My chickens are free range. And quail poop a lot, which, as much as it's tedious cleaning out their cages, that is the start of some brilliant compost.
It would be really good compost. I'd imagine you use a lot of that sort of stuff for compost, hey? Wild.
Add that to my
I
grass
imagine Mindy does too.
leaf and cardboard waste, and compost that down. They're a little bit more
Look at them,
sensitive
they're
when
so
you're
tiny.
first growing them.
I miss
So
hatching
you
kids.
need the heat and things, but
Life just keeps getting in the road.
But within 6 to 8 weeks, they will start providing food. Anyway, stay safe, like, share, subscribe, and
Like the
stay
bath in the
safe.
water. They're like ducks, are they? Although ducks, I suppose, can go in the water. Probably not so good for quail.
Welcome back.
Who is this?
to
Oh, so this is
Aquarius,
Homestead Aquarius.
and a new season of Shed Wars is about to start. Our third year is what we're going into.
So Robert's the other team captain.
What you're looking at here is
Although
a
everybody
compass.
that's in the chat at the moment knows Robert.
It's on the end of this tube that this map came in. Now, when I bought this map last year to help introduce the Southern Hemisphere into Shed Wars, it was one of the most proud and humbling moments of my life. What is Shed Wars? Shed Wars is a global effort on YouTube to help teach the world how to grow their own food again.
Yeah, grow food.
In so many different
Tastes
ways
better.
all across the planet. You know, it's been a beautiful day here, and the sun is about to go down, but the sun is always shining somewhere on the world. It's always summer. Things are always growing.
They would get cold.
Some parts of the world, it's always winter. and it's always hot down here on the equatorial line. But the seasons keep changing. And our third year of Shed Wars is being started up with the Southern Hemisphere. This is SHEDWARS22. Now, here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're winding down, and the folks down here, most of them in Australia, New Zealand, their growing season has just started. But that's what we're starting up right now. That's right, because they will be in 2022 before any of the rest of us will with their growing. So we always start with them. Last year was incredible. We had many challenges last year, but Shed Wars advanced into the Southern Hemisphere. We learned a lot. We met a lot of wonderful people, and helped make connections throughout the world. There are people that are hearing more and more about Shed Wars all the time, and I could not be more happy. We've made friendships that will certainly last a lifetime with many people in Australia, in Africa.
That's cool, Wal.
There are many more places around the planet that will be added. Now, so what am I doing here today? Well, I wanted to tell you a little bit about Shed Wars, and I'm making an entry video. This is the first step for anyone, including the captains, of joining Shed Wars. Now, last year, I came about being a captain, and it was, kind of in an awkward situation. This year, I will be going in as captain, completely. My first year here,
Not my captain.
and I'm so
He was my
proud
captain for SHEDWARS
of
Northern Hemisphere.
everyone that has
But I'm
been
on
with
Team
us in
Willisboro this
SHEDWARS,
year.
and some people in Australia have been real friends to us.
I'm starting to wonder if the
Our
aquaponics will
efforts
grow.
to teach the world how to grow their own food again. Now, this year, we're going to be bringing in some more ideas. The idea to bring in the Southern Hemisphere was a big idea from last year. And when I introduced that to you, it was a wonderful day. And this year, we've got more plans. Shed Wars is about mainly gardening. That's what we've built the competition around. Who could grow the most food? Which team could grow the most food? It's a team effort from people all across the planet. That's what Shed Wars is. Who can put the most weight on the table? And it was from gardening or for animals. But what we do is primarily teach people how to grow plants to eat, because that's the common denominator. We're going to go further with that this year, though. We're going to be expanding the categories that many of you people have heard. And won't speak too much about that right now. We'll be rolling that out later in the future. But this year it starts. So if you've got animals that you raise, there'll be something for you with that. Not just gardening. Fish, cows, goats, quail, chickens, doesn't matter. We've got to teach the world how to grow their own food again. So if you are on this earth anywhere below the equator and you're seeing this and would like to join us, if you're gardening in Australia, New Zealand, South America, South Africa, or anywhere down here in South Africa, many of these places that you see, you know where you live. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere and would like to join us, we'd like to have you. Now, I'm one team captain. I'm Team Aquarius. And my friend and partner lives up here in Cape Cod. His is Team Will It Grow. Oh. John is the captain of Team Will It Grow. I'm Robert, and I'm the captain of Team Aquarius. We've got some exciting things to do this year. This is my entry video. I'll tell you a little bit more about what I do, what I think, and who I am. What we would like to see, if you would like to join us, you make your own entry video and use the correct title like I have below here so that we can find you. And we'll go from there. But also appreciate any email correspondence too. Well, I am in the South here in America, in a state called Alabama. And year's winding down. I've got an aquaponics tank here. It's more of a naturalized pond now. This past year has seen a great many changes in my life, and this year has not gone as planned, not as I had hoped for. So what I'm going to be doing this fall, winter, and spring, is I'm actually going to be growing food out here.
Yeah,
and showing folks
join
how
the
to
club,
do that
Robert.
over the winter. I like
Life
plants
did not
like
go to
these walking
plan, did it?
onions that will reproduce after their own
No,
kind.
not
See
for
those
our
down there?
aquaponics.
Those walking onions have bent over
I
and
wish
took
you
a
was
walk
just the aquaponics.
and landed its babies over there. I like plants that are hardy, perennial. And I do a lot of that. I like wild plants. Now, it's not about what I like, it's about what you like. Because one of the things about Shed Wars is I can't show, neither John nor myself, the two of us cannot show people everything that they need to know in order to grow their own food and be self-sufficient. That's where the team effort comes in from across the planet. We have so many people with so much knowledge to share. And I think that you will agree with me if you're keeping up with any news stories nowadays, anything that you're hearing, we need to be concerned about our food supply. And there is no better action that you can take
You're watching
than
3
to
lives at the
grow
moment.
at least some of your own food in every way possible, or any way possible.
Oh, here's the link for
That's a
Bob
huge
M.
thing.
For the Oxygen
And that's
Farmers
the message of Shed
video.
Wars. We want to show you how to grow your own food, and we want to do it and have fun at the same time. Gardening should be fun. You should learn something. And with as many different things as we have, many different people and disciplines, there's something that everyone can learn. You never wanted, you never had any chickens, but you've thought about maybe having some chickens, so you've got fresh eggs, or eggs at all. We've got people that'll teach you how to raise your chickens. Never had your own garden?
And your quails.
Well, we've got people that can take you there.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a lot of people in Shed Wars to learn from, all under one hashtag, one place. And we hope to grow it even further than that. And just keep building a huge database. Let me show you a couple other things. But I guess I need to hurry up and finish up with this. Because my coffee is almost gone. It's
That's
not
the link
filling
for
up.
today's video.
And the mosquitoes, they ain't a letting up on me. Here in my place, Homestead Aquarius, I have a friend here. Much better friend than John sometimes. He's upset with me, and he hasn't spoken to me in weeks now. We ran aground with each other over a certain kitty that I had here for a little while. He got jealous, a little jealous. Well, what do you think, Wilson, now? I've saved you from the jungle once again. You want to talk to me now that I've saved you? Saved your little hair from being swamped. No, you're still not talking to me? Well, that's fine. Gardening should be fun. You'll not find too many gardeners out there, these serious gardeners that like to have fun. And there's a place for those videos. We learn so much from videos that are informative and serious. We love that. But we created Shed Wars as a way to let our hair down a little bit and to have fun. Gardening should be fun. I like to grow in a natural way, like I said. I like things like walking onions that reproduce after their own kind so well. This is some of Wilson. This is Wilson. This is my best friend, Wilson. He is a volleyball, although he says he's a soccer ball. He's really a volleyball. But that's some of his children there. Now, this is a little update on a lemon balm cutting. When I was showing people how easy it is to grow lemon balm, just take a cutting and drop it down in some wet potting soil, just soupy potting soil. And look where it is now. If you go back, you can find that little short video that I made, and you'll see in less than a minute just how quick you can do it. That's what it looks like today. Now, you'll also see here from my studio, my glorious Homestead Aquarius studio, I have a kitchen door table, right? It's a nice steel structure. I'll be doing a few things here in the fall and winter, upgrading the studio a little bit. Now, one of the things that I love to do on my channel is to let people know that they don't have to spend a lot of money on growing food. It's not necessary. You can grow ginger in a milk jug. But I also tell you that these milk jugs, if they're inside, it's one thing. When they go outside, they're junk. So consider it one way to reuse something, reuse it and recycle it. When you're done with this, recycle it. Don't burn it, you just throw it to the trash. But if you use this type of plastic, this plastic is no good. This plastic is wonderful, although possibly it's still plastic can last you a long time. it will outlive you on this planet.
See you, Dawn. Thanks for joining us.
What used to be trees, maybe possibly dinosaurs years ago, but really it was trees, is now plastic. Now we've got some ginger here slouching like this. Straighten up. I told it to straighten up earlier. Quit slouching, that they were on YouTube. But apparently they were grown that way. One day I'll be emptying this out into another container, but that's not today. So that's a little bit about who I am and what I do. Over the winter,
this year.
I am going to be proud to announce a new thing for Shed Wars, and it's brought to you. We've had this plan going on for a little bit and thought about it, but one of our other very, very esteemed, most respected colleagues in Shed Wars has hit upon the idea as well, and he's given it a name, and I think I like that name. And John and I will talk about that and unveil that here pretty soon. But anyhow, that's going to be enough for today. I'm Robert at Homestead Aquarius, and I'm the captain of Team Aquarius. If you would like to join us and show people how to grow their food again and be self-sufficient in many, many ways, I bet you can do it better than I can. And we would love to have you on board and help you spread your message. So today from Homestead Aquarius, I wish you all a good day. I tell you, y'all be good. Press on and stay strong. We'll see you next time.
So do make sure you go over and have a look at Robert's video and comment on it. So I'm Janderra, thank you. And Phoebe has entered as well.
To see what's happening with me. Well,
I need to do a little scarper off and say goodnight all.
Shed Wars 2022.
Well, thank you for joining us. I'm not going to be too much longer. I think this is the last of the entry videos so far. So there's only 8 current participants.
It was good seeing Bibby put one in.
And
yeah, she has said she wasn't going to.
I'm doing it on my
own. So I was
own.
a bit surprised by that.
Yeah, no.
So, and
she's been brought on Team Grow as well.
Because I'll be renting a house somewhere eventually.
But she's going to be showing us how to
Bye all.
I haven't really been doing much.
Thanks for joining us. And make sure you check the description for Andy's link as well.
Yeah.
You're most welcome. Always love to have you on the panel.
If you don't know what Shed Wars is, Shed Wars is a global gardening competition. And this is going to be my 3rd season, as I was also a volunteer for the Northern Hemisphere.
So this is Andy's link.
Not only will I show you how to grow things.
He was in Shed Wars 21.
In containers.
And hopefully we'll be back again in Shed Wars 22.
A couple of really nice vertical gardens.
And here's Bibby's link.
But not only will I show you
make sure you go and check out
grow,
Bibby's video.
I'll also show you to preserving what you grow from drying herbs.
Having a few challenges. I think he's suffering a bit with depression at the moment. He's not planning on coming back to Shed Wars 22 this year. I think it was just a little bit too much for him last year. Being team captain and everything. A bit stressful, I think. So it's a bit sad that he's not coming back, but it was great to have met him. And he comes in on Phillip Park Farms lives in the chat.
Your vegetables that you grow.
Bibby does a great job with preserving and dehydrating stuff.
Down to dehydrating egg.
I should get some of my eggs dehydrated.
Beautiful. Dehydrated tomato, you can turn into tomato paste. So
a lot of people down here at the moment that were in last year had a lot of challenges in life. Mind you, I guess that's worldwide, isn't it? We've all had challenges.
2022, Southern Hemisphere. Be interesting to see who I
But also, a lot of people down here didn't get the message out that the Shed Wars 22 entries were open. So
with all its new plants,
I think the notice of it starting, they got a little bit behind with it. So I think that's the other reason why we're still waiting on a few entries, and there's definitely more entries coming in. And of course, this video here is where the draft was done. But they didn't actually start the draft probably for about an hour, I think it was. They were about an hour in when they started the draft.
Solano, if you know what channels we're talking about.
They did some amazing shout outs for all the people
Janderra
that
just put the name up there.
Yeah.
Jan, if you could make that happen, that'd be great.
Yes, please drop the channel.
So you should definitely go and have a watch of the draft,
because that means that it's less headache and stress for us to keep track of everybody. So we are perfectly happy with the turnout, and let's do it. I'm happy. Let's do it.
I'm really
What
happy
else
with
do
the
you
people
got,
that have. I'm looking forward to the people that are still to come.
Robert? Oh, Robert's gone. But no, nonetheless, it's the turnout wasn't as big. When I'm not disappointed. Robert's not disappointed in the turnout. You know, we tried to go bigger and bigger and bigger this year. And as it turns out, like even in the Northern Hemisphere, we started with 100, I believe it was 100 members. And at the end, as of today, out of 100, I think there's only 15 left. To be honest with you, I think 85 of them, couldn't make it for some reason. So I think there's only like 15 members out of 100.
No.
I've been sitting here talking up a storm, and you've been talking. I'm like, why is he not responding to what I'm saying?
Well, because you gotta pay attention. You know, you don't pay attention to coin flips. That's why you lose. And you don't pay attention to when your mic is muted when you're talking.
Yeah, I accidentally hit the mute button.
Accidents. Yes, accidents. Of course, there's always accidents. Okay, let me
always
see.
accidents.
Look, it's like my mouse is pointing at the mute button, right? Let me see if it's an accident.
Yeah, that's cute. Yeah, well, yeah. Accidentally, the quarter was off screen whenever you looked at it. Hey, big boy, what I was telling you before is I've got somebody else. We had a latecomer. Okay.
Oh. There we go. We did the draft before that, so that was actually the end of the draft.
Anita, good to see you in here. Raise that against him. Let's put out. And there's times when I'm driving, and I'll catch.
I should have taken note of it when we were watching it.
Where the hell did it go? Hold on, I gotta find the stupid quarter. Hold on.
They had to flip the coin to see who was going to actually go first.
That's the job.
Yeah.
Geez, and now that we start thinking, we keep on bringing more people up, but.
And we could do that, but with two old guys sitting up here.
Look who's here. Ashley is here. Yeah. Ashley, look, we were just talking about the UK. Ashley's
I hadn't realized that he dropped out either.
I thought I saw his name in here. Welcome, Ashley.
Welcome,
Ashley.
Yeah.
You and Janderra.
But I think a lot of that were people that didn't.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm looking at who drove the farthest. Ashley and Janderra drove the farthest.
Yep.
To get here tonight. Ashley drove the next farthest to get here tonight.
Yep.
So far from what I've seen. So thank y'all very much for driving all the way to get here to join us.
I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, Robert, you want to get this? You want to get the draft going?
Yeah. You got. Let's get this going. Have you got
we're
a quarter?
Do a coin flip.
Yeah, let's do that. That makes the most sense.
Okay. Sweetie.
Because then John lost his coin.
Right. Where's my coin that I had over here? My coin. I had a quarter of one. So I get the first pick.
Thank you, sir.
So I get the first.
So at this point, John was just looking for his coin. It took him a little while to find the coin.
Johnny boy. What are you doing, Johnny boy?
Okay, I got a quarter. You guys can see heads, tails. It's an American quarter, heads, tails. So, Robert, you're the since it's my life, you pick heads or tails. You pick.
Okay. Tails. Tails.
Okay, it's heads. So I win. Okay, so I get
Wait,
the first
hold on.
pick.
Hey, whoa. You didn't. We need to be able to. We needed to have been able to see that.
No, you don't have to see it. It was heads. I won, so I get the first pick.
John, I mean,
most people actually have a short attention span.
Okay, whatever,
tails,
John.
It was heads. It was
Okay.
heads.
I don't want to make a big deal out of this. That's fine.
I get the first pick. Yeah, you're not going to cry
you
about
get
it,
the
are
first,
you?
Yeah, whatever. You get the first pick. I called heads.
No, you called tails.
I called tails, I know, but you didn't let the quarters.
The quarter hit my hand, and it was heads. So I win.
Okay, fine. Let's just go on and go with this. We'll be in here forever.
Okay, so for
You need to.
Robert, are you done? Because I would like to start the 2022 Shed Wars Southern Hemisphere. I want to pick. I get picked to pick first. Okay. Okay, so with the official first pick of the 20.
Now, I'm going to actually make sure I take note of the time on this one when I do my copy and paste.
2022
so the
Shed
people,
Wars
if they want to
season
just see it
for
with
the
a
Hemisphere, I pick Janderra.
No. Ah, dang it, John.
Well, I won the coin toss. I picked Janderra.
You won the coin toss, but I didn't get to see it. Nobody saw that.
I saw that.
Okay, yeah, because you're the marshal, and you're not a cheater. You don't lie and everything, right?
No, I don't lie. I don't cheat. My dog saw that. Sushi saw that. Hey, Sushi, do you want to tell him what it was?
Sushi saw it. Janderra, I had picked. You know, I had her picked.
I won the coin toss. Sorry, Janderra is coming with me, and trust me, Janderra, she was with you in the voluntary program last year. Well, Janderra, everything's gonna change for you. Don't worry. Now you're under my leadership. Everything you're gonna see a dramatic change on everything it is you do.
Oh no, that's going to be bad because you're going to have her cheating, John.
No, Janderra will not cheat because Janderra is going to be well tamed and under control. Because I'm going to be
well,
Robert, sorry, you need to move on. It is what it is.
What do you think, Tiffany?
The coin dictated it, and Janderra is #1 pick for the 2022 season, and she is on Team Willie Grow. Sorry, your pick.
Okay, let me look at my possibilities. Well, I'll tell you what. Dang it, Janderra, I wanted you to be on my team. Sorry.
Yeah, coulda, shoulda,
I've got your weights though now for the Northern Hemisphere though. Since you're a volunteer, that's going to help us go up against John and Big Blue House Homestead and everybody else he's got. You know. There's a lady down there. That oh my goodness, it's osteoporosis garden.
Oh, Claire.
Yeah, Claire's osteoporosis garden.
Yeah, she's great too.
That is my pick. She's amazing down there. She has got some things that she has to deal with physically, like everybody, and she pushes through them. She's got a lot of fruit trees. She's got a lot of room, and she has an incredible amount of knowledge.
Yeah, she's got 5 acres.
I can totally understand that.
Got a ton of space.
She's got a great place down there. She did good last year, and she's all about teaching.
Yep.
So she's on my list there.
Yep.
So I'll pick Claire.
Claire, okay. So for Team Aquarius is Claire. Okay.
Now I'm gonna have to go against Janderra.
Well, good luck. So get this. So with my pick, now that we've expanded, other than just vegetable gardening, and we want to highlight more and other aspects of it, like for meat birds and all kinds of different things, I'm going to have to go with Bob, Oxygen Farmer. I'm going to take him. I'm going to take him.
Yeah, he's a great guy down there.
Yeah. Last year he had a little fallout, but he wants to make a comeback.
I'm not going to be on for much longer.
His quail and his chickens and his vegetable gardening, and I like Oxygen Farmer. I'm going to take.
Do what happened. Tell everyone what happened with the draft today.
If any of our mods can.
Oh, you would not.
These channels that we're putting out, Claire's Country Life with osteoporosis.
John totally.
Could some of the mods please put out these channels that we're mentioning? I don't know if I even have mods anymore.
Yeah, you got Joe Serrano, Simply Jan.
Hasn't arrived yet. The mail's been really funny.
Yeah, and me, but I can't pull up.
I know you can't. So
I'll have to do a mail call when it arrives.
Serrano, if you know what channels we're talking about.
Yeah, Janderra just put the name up there. Jan, if you could make that happen, that'd be great.
Yes, please drop the channels of the people, because we would like everyone here to support them, because that's what we do in this community, is we support one another. So it is important that, we definitely go and check them out and support them.
Yeah, and see, last year when we started this, we had a lot of people that. This year we're bringing in everything, because it's really about everything.
I do have some videos on that.
About
but
raising food, growing food, gathering food, catching it, running it over and putting it fresh in the back of your pickup, whatever you got to do to feed your family.
Can be really helpful.
That's what it's about. There's Claire.
Yep.
Being part of the community.
And then we need to get Oxygen Farmer in there.
Oxygen Farmer, if you guys, one of the mods. Actually, I think Lori is one of my mods, I think.
Yeah, Lori's in there.
Yeah, Lori's here. Yeah,
Lori should do that. She's got a great channel.
Lori's fantastic. Lori is fantastic.
Up there in Canada.
Yep.
Oh, Stiff Dave, he's made her, and he does all the carpentry work up there and building things. She just says, "Hey, Dave, I want this over here." And Dave's like, "Yes, ma'am. I love you, honey." And he builds it. And she's got a great garden.
She does. She did a fantastic job. I got to teach Davis how to build a mouth trap.
A what?
A mouth trap.
Okay. There's Oxygen Farmer.
You never heard of a mouth trap?
A mouse trap? Yeah, I've heard of that.
No, not a mouse trap. A mouth trap.
Mouth trap?
Mouth trap.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm saying you probably need one.
Hey. I was talking about Stiff Dave building one for Lori, not me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you tried to tell Lori what that she had to do one time.
Yeah, no, people do tend
to.
You
don't do that. You don't tell a woman what to do.
Get to know people that way too.
But Oxygen Farmer is a really neat guy. He's down in Australia and in one of the driest parts of the world that you can think about. Now, the thing that I love about Shed Wars is that there are a bunch of people from all over the planet coming together from different countries, different growing zones.
Check it out.
People are surviving there. And he can show you what it's like for him and how he's doing things in a very dry climate.
Not part of Shed Wars 22. Of course, you're welcome to join.
Yeah, okay. You know, it's your place. You can do what you want, talk over me if you want to. You can apparently cheat when you get ready to as well.
Hey, I don't cheat.
Are you still
No. Something
I
like
won
that.
the coin toss, Robert.
Something like that, John, would be petty for me to continue with. You know, I'm not doing that at all.
Thank you.
Just pointing things out. That's all. Cooking on the farm. Welcome.
They really are.
Tiffany, to you. Welcome. Let's see. Okay.
You're next.
Looks like it's your pick, John.
No. I think the Oxygen Farm. Yep. You're next.
Oh, okay. No. You're right.
Do you want me to flip the coin again? Do you want me to flip the coin again?
He's so cheeky.
Well, it don't matter. We can flip a coin again. We have to do this stuff all over with. I ain't got time to keep. Okay, that's my turn. I'm going to pick.
That would definitely do it.
Made better notes. Melbourne's East.
I can just about guarantee that when you hit your Shed Wars 22 video out and it,
yes,
your numbers will likely to go up.
That's the new one. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me see if I can.
I can't guarantee it, but
yeah, that's her first year.
Yep. And she has got some gardening skill.
Yep.
She's got a very pretty place. Now I hope that she flips it all up, puts in a lot of food.
Adam, they've got 5,000 subscribers on their channel.
Yeah, Melbourne's East.
Uploading
great
consistent
content.
content.
One of the mods could
although not 100%. I've been uploading consistent content for a long time. I've been doing daily videos for
I've got it right here.
well over 7 months, I think.
Yeah, I've got it. But I've made notes
twice
in my typical fashion, and I can't read my own dang notes.
Sure, baby.
So I'm like, what does this say on this piece of paper?
Missing the draft.
Melbourne's East.
It's a shame you missed the draft.
Melbourne's East.
Melbourne. Yeah. But she's got a lot to offer.
She does. I did see her entry video and the introduction into her property. She does have a lot to offer. I think she's going to be great.
Oh, Biddy, poor Matthew
and
felt terrible because he thought he'd been totally forgotten
in another
about.
growing area, and it's hot. It's hot there, but it's hot and damp there.
Yes,
if I remember right. You know, hot and high humidity.
Yeah,
Robert's
the humidity.
Love Robert to bits.
Okay, so it looks like, because we have an uneven number, it looks like I get the last pick, Robert, and my team's going to be one up over yours. And looks like you're out of luck because I get the last pick. And the last pick for me, she recently changed her channel name, and I did not write it down, but everybody is familiar with Bibby. What was the name of her channel before?
It was
Down on Boddington
Farm.
Down on the Boddington Farm. That's
what down on. I kept wanting to say down under.
No, Down on the Boddington Farm was Bibby.
Now
she changed her name to something that I didn't write down, and I could not remember. Bibby, I apologize, but Down on the Boddington Farm, hashtag bid, whatever the new name of the channel is, and the when the list comes up and the channel after this draft, everybody's name will be there. on SHEDWARS.com. Everybody will be updated. So I apologize, but Janderra would know what the new
You're
name is.
unforgettable,
Okay.
Bibby. Not forgettable.
Yeah, it's prepping, frugal prepping with
Yeah,
Bibby. Hold on just a second. I've got
the name. She
That's
just changed the
long
name
work
like
hours,
last week.
Tiffany.
So, but it used to be down on the Boddington farm. She's also a second-year member.
He did one video and he was
Did a
disqualified.
great job. She was
Oh,
in Shed
goodness.
Wars 21 last year. Then she volunteered for the Shed Wars Northern Hemisphere as well. But got to keep up with so many names. And then when name changes, like Abundant Acres just changed from doing something's different. And it's like, I look at my feed and it's like Abundant Acres. And I'm like, who the hell is that? I didn't subscribe to no Abundant Acres. Then you go look, it's
He
like,
does need us
okay,
right now.
it's
He's
Angie and
really,
Kenny.
he's really struggling with
So
a few
you got to
things.
get used to the whole thing of seeing them on your screen. Like, who the hell's Abundant Acres? I didn't subscribe to them, but some channels changed their name, and some channels just canceled their channel.
Yeah.
Courtney, White Family Farm. Courtney has made it in the house. Thank you, Courtney, for the visit. I appreciate it. So, Robert, looks like you're out of luck, and I get the last pick, which this year it turns out that not many people were interested in joining the Shed Wars 22 for the Southern Hemisphere, which is actually not a bad thing, because that means that it's less headache and stress for us to keep track of everybody. So we are perfectly happy with the turnout, and let's do it. I'm happy. Let's do it.
Meanwhile, poor
What else
Matthew at
you
this
got,
point
Robert?
was going, what about me? What about me? They've forgotten me.
Robert?
He was so upset.
Oh,
But
Robert's
what
gone.
John actually
But no,
hadn't gotten much
nonetheless,
info.
the turnout
I
wasn't
feel
as
so
big.
bad for him too.
I'm not disappointed.
And of
Robert's
course,
not disappointed.
Robert had
in the
gone and
turnout.
muted himself again, so no one could hear
We
him.
tried to go bigger and bigger and bigger this year. And as it turns out, like even in the Northern Hemisphere, we started with 100, I believe it was 100 members.
Let's see if I can picture and find Matthew.
I say youth.
Yeah, that's cute. Yeah.
100, I think there's only. Okay,
yeah,
let me
there's always
see.
accidents.
Like it's like my mouse is pointing at the mute button, right? Let me see if it's an accident.
It took him years to remember your name, Tiffany. That's a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, that's cute. Yeah, well, yeah. Accidentally, the quarter was off screen whenever you looked at it. Hey, big boy, what I was telling you before is I've got somebody else. We had a latecomer. Okay, we had another entry. We had another entry.
I looked at all the entries before
I know we had
live.
5, right? And you thought you had one over on me, but no. I've got my pick now is Matthew Janderra. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but
Matthew Janderra. That's
Matthew Janderra.
Son.
That's Janderra's son.
Yeah, that's Janderra's son.
And he made an entry video, and it just
I didn't see his entry video.
Yeah, well, I saw it because I pay attention, But
in all fairness, it only went up
and
like
that's who I'm going to take. Now I don't know how that's going to work out.
What's the timestamp on it?
About an hour ago. Last thing I watched before I come on here.
So Matthew Janderra actually pulled.
Yep, and I don't know how that's going to work out because his mama's on your team, and Matthew is going to be on. He's going to be on my team. Matthew is on my team.
Yeah, but he's also youth.
He's what?
He's a youth.
Well, he's a youth. Yeah, he's a youth. That's right. That's right. He's a young man.
Jeez, you almost made me go into my cousin Vinny. He's a what? He's a youth.
He's a youth. Well, if you learn how to talk, and we'll all understand.
I said he's a youth.
But yeah, youth. Yeah.
Is that not how you say it?
I don't know. That's how you say it.
I say youth.
I
He's a
do too,
kid.
Tiffany.
Yeah, he's a kid. He's a kid. So
It's a
we're
huge.
gonna have
He's a
to.
young man, John. He's a young man, and he's going to be fighting for territory with his mama now, because she's on your team and Matthew is on my team.
I'll tell you
Matthew,
what, the rules are not going to apply like I did with Mima and Lorries World, where Lori has to share her weight with Mima.
not even
Where
gonna be none of
Matthew
that.
got really upset about
Matthew
this.
is not going to share any of Janderra's weight. Janderra's weight is
Not
all
about that
mine,
part.
and Matthew's is yours.
The
Where,
next
like
time
I
he
did
got
with
Matthew
Lorries
upset.
World and Mima, is
I'm
anything
not sure we
Lori
did.
harvests, Mima
It's a good
gets to
question.
keep as well for my team. So we're not going to do that this time here.
No.
So
Matthew,
I
you're
will
gonna
absolutely
be
pray
out
for
there
him.
milking the goats
yeah,
and
Lord,
taking over
okay.
territory down there, young man. We got a lot to talk about.
yeah, Mima got lucky that I made that exception for Mima that she gets to keep all of Lori's weight for Team Will and Grow. So
We'll talk about all that after Janderra gets her final weight for being a volunteer.
no, but I
for this.
think we need to incorporate. Look, we're gonna let it stick now because this is a late entry and it's a surprise. I wasn't expecting Matthew to. I gotta check out that video because I haven't seen it. I'm taking your word for it that he actually made an official entry video.
No, like I'm the liar of the two of us.
Look, do you see this coin? It's got heads on it, and then if you flip
Uh-huh.
it, it's got heads on it. You see?
Yeah.
I won.
Yeah.
So don't keep going with that. I cheated because I
Wait,
didn't
what?
cheat.
Wait,
Anyway,
let's see that again.
anyway, let's go back to what I was saying. Maybe we need to start a youth division in the Southern Hemisphere.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Like a youth. What about a youth division? Because I know if we start a youth division, I can guarantee you I can get Jonathan Janderra to also compete against his brother.
Oh wow.
Now wouldn't that be fun? The mother on my team, Matthew on your team in the youth division, and his brother Jonathan Janderra on my team in the youth division.
Jonathan was not, and Matthew is not happy about this idea.
Could be.
So hey,
yeah,
Matthew, I know Matthew Janderra is in the chat. Matthew, if I get your brother Jonathan on my team, Matthew, he will outgrow everything you're gonna grow.
You got to be careful not to do too hard on you.
The youth division was something that came as a result of Kenny and Angie. And their channel. They had the idea. It's like, hey, why don't we have a Shed Wars youth division? Can we do something for the kids? And that's a great idea.
Yes.
And we started it last year. So if anybody down there in the Southern Hemisphere has children and you want them to be in the Shed Wars youth division, then please, by all means, encourage that.
We'll definitely keep you in our group too.
And they can be in there and they can learn and teach people, and that's going to be some good stuff. Big Dreams Homestead, welcome. Anne Marie. Let's see who else has come in here, John. We got Fishes and Loaves Life. Carol, welcome. Yes. You've already welcomed in the Wide Family Farm.
Yes.
With the Poop Troop. Poop Troop in the house.
Poop Troop, yes.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Janderra,
she's got a heap of family stuff going on too. He can't join him either.
She said something I wanted to respond to. Jonathan's only 4 and Matthew is 12. Laugh Out Loud are in Shed Wars Youth Division. Yes, they both are in Shed Wars Youth Division. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'm a fair guy. I'm fair. Okay, so the difference between 4 and 12 is 8. So for every 8 pounds that Matthew grows, he has to give 4 to Jonathan. That's fair enough.
Matthew did
I
not
don't
like
think
that
that's the way
idea
it works.
at
I
all.
think you need to get you some more youngins. Them's my youngins.
That's the way I just made it work. So whatever Matthew grows, for every pound he grows, he has to give a quarter to his brother, so it can count for me. So, Jonathan, let's do it. See, it's simple. It doesn't
See,
have
now
to be
Jonathan would be
complicated. I
totally
just
up
make
on this
rules.
idea.
Bang, 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 bang,
Jonathan would
I don't
love
think I
it.
like the way you.
Matthew, on the other hand,
You
no.
don't think what? That's right. That's what I thought. See, Janderra, it's not complicated. It's
He's
I
got
try to be
interesting
as
maths,
fair
hasn't
as
he, Bibby?
possible. He's 12 years old, going up against a 4-year-old. All you do is just break the difference, and okay, you grow 12 pounds of food. Well, you give 4 pounds to your brother, or 6 pounds to your brother, whatever, and then I get to keep the weight.
I thought you muted me there, John. Apparently, my thumb got in the way again.
Again, yes, yeah,
Yeah,
it's amazing.
be glad that it
You have
did.
an amazing talent of muting yourself. It's too bad that you need to practice that a little bit more.
Robert needs to stop muting himself.
Oh boy, we had somebody else come in here.
Who was that?
It's Roberta's Artistic Adventures. Roberta's Artistic Adventures. She came in here.
I did not see her.
Check with John. Maybe they can go in under your banner.
Yeah, she came in here earlier, and she's probably still in here. But I wanted to say hello, Roberta.
Hello, Roberta. I did not see.
We got Wild
Robert,
Edibles. We got Mike the
look,
Caveman in here.
Robert, look who is here. Who is that?
I see a lot of. Yeah, I know, Mama Cella, Mom, Monacella, Mama Cella.
Let's go, Aaron. I haven't shown you Matthew's video yet.
Welcome to Janderra. My name is Matthew. I'm 12 years old, and this is my official SHEDWARS22 entry video. I live in Lockyer Valley, Queensland, Australia. The season at the moment is spring. It is very warm at the moment, and it will get a lot warmer when summer comes. I have chickens, strawberries, lettuce, chocolate mint, calendula, carrots, and beetroot. Some of the carrots and the beetroot are in here, which is going to be in aquaponics. Some of my lettuce is in there too. That's my calendula, and then there's my first few lettuces on there.
And this is actually the first time Matthew's actually grown anything this year. I've been so proud of him.
The pea seedlings once before, but they all
The SHEDWARS Youth Division's really encouraged him a lot.
My strawberry is going on, so I can chocolate milk. I did all of this, and when I was SHEDWARS.
Make sure you go over to his channel and type in his comments and let him know that you think he's doing a great job.
Or most of the carrots.
Thanks, Adam. Make sure you comment on his videos.
Thanks for watching. If you want to know more about SHEDWARS, check the description. There will be a few links to different videos about it. Goodbye and hit subscribe.
That's funny. But yeah, so that's
Hello, Roberta.
That's it. That's the progress that happened with the SHEDWARS draft. As I said earlier, the entries are actually open until the 1st of January. So get your entries in. It would be great to have you on board. And we have got a sponsor now. If you want to see the details, they are on my website, but they'll also have them up on the SHEDWARS.com website. It's just this one's the one that I have control over. So I was able to make sure I got everything up there. But yeah, so entries are open until the 1st of January 2022. So get your videos out. As I said again, we have got a sponsor for this year, which is the Mud Brick Herb Cottage. They've got some fantastic stuff down on the Gold Coast, and they are donating a $100 gift card to the winning team. So yeah, very exciting. Where's the link? I put the link in. Didn't I put the link down? I'm sure I put the link in. I will have the link in the description. Matthew is actually really, it's helping his confidence a lot with talking on the camera. It's something that he finds very challenging. Hi, Daz. Welcome. I'm really hoping you're going to get an entry in for SHEDWARS22. Entries are still open until the 1st of January. At the moment, the teams are fairly simple. There are 4 team channels in each team. Well, 3 Australians, actually, but 4 if you count the team captains. So John's the team captain for Will It Grow. Bibby and I and Bob M from Oxygen Farmer in Will It Grow. And Team Aquarius is Karen from Melbourne's East, Claire from Claire's Country Life with Osteoporosis, and Matthew at Janderra is also on Team Aquarius. So it would be really great to have a few more entries. I'd really, really appreciate it. And it would just be great. Now, if anybody does want to come up and join the panel and have a chat, you're more than welcome. I'm pretty sure I've got the link there pinned. But yeah, it would be lovely to have you as part of the collaboration. But yes. Yeah. He didn't even realize you'd been suspended. He was surprised when I suggested he have you as a guest. That's a loophole. He has grown so much, Tiffany. He really has. They're really, really proud of him and the progress he's making. Yeah, I'm not sure how they'll work out on different teams, because initially we were actually going to have a channel set up as Janderra Brothers, or he wanted to go with Janderra Bros, but then he decided no, he wanted to get his Matthew Janderra channel growing a bit quicker. So he decided to do that. But now with the whole idea of Jonathan being on Will It Grow with me and him being on Team Aquarius, I don't think that's going to work well at all. And I had pretty much told him that Jonathan was going to help him. So, no, Darren's has too much on his plate at the moment, and it just, yeah. And he's just planning to escape the country as well, so that's not helping either. But we would love to have you in it. And yeah, Darren has so much happening at the moment, Daz, it's not funny. So yeah. He's definitely a bit too preoccupied. But we would absolutely love to have you as part of the whole thing, Daz. It would be lovely. Because you've got a lot of huge wealth of experience that you could bring to the table. And we just love your company. But just, I've nearly been going for 2 hours now. No, I have been going for 2 hours. Oh my goodness. That could be why I am starting to feel a little bit tired. That's it. Bibby wants you to join, Daz. You got to join. Come on. He's got some stuff going on. But yeah, anyway. But that is the the update on SHEDWARS22, which I will do. I will be doing an update on SHEDWARS22 each week. I may actually, I'm thinking I'll probably end up doing one probably during the day on the weekend. So possibly Saturday at 10 o'clock. I'm not sure. I've got to check what the SHEDWARS schedule is and see if there's a time slot that I can slip into that'll work well. That's going to work well for the Americans as well for the Australians. I'm not sure. I might put a poll up on my community tab and get people to vote on a time slot. So whether they'd prefer 10 a.m., 2 p.m. or stick with the 9 p.m. type thing. It's not a big deal. It's only like 2 videos a month. And one of those can be a garden tour. So really it's only 1 video a month. So it's not a real big deal. And the other side of it too is you look at it more like it's their guidelines. You don't have to do it. You are a volunteer. Anything you do is appreciated. Even if it's just coming into the lives, which you already do. You already support this community brilliantly, Daz. Totally no pressure. We would just love to have you with us, though. His short videos are in the wrong format. Oh, I will check on that. I thought he had those around the right way, but I haven't looked at them for a while. I've been a bit slack keeping up on his videos. Maybe you're gonna, Daz has got to join her. You've got to sit through all your cooking videos. Okay. I totally understand, Daz, but it would be lovely to have you join us. But we're more than happy to just have you as part of the community, even if it is just in the chats during lives. The big thing is you just got to not take it too seriously and not feel too pressured by it. But also let it inspire you and encourage you to do more. So that's probably the big things. So yeah, but just anyway, I totally understand if people are not up for it. And I've got to say, with everything that's been going on in my life at the moment, it's like, but having the Shed Wars stuff there helps to give me some motivation to get things done. It also helps me to keep things documented. And the thing that's really helped me probably the most is actually seeing how much food I actually grew. Like the actual weighing in, I've been a bit slack on it in the last month and a half. And part of that's because the scales are in the caravan, the milk gets strained in the house, and the fridges are in the shed. So it's like, oh, it's too much hassle. I've got to move the scales into the house. It's the only solution. Oh, man. I could put the scales out here. I could put the scales in the shed. I might do that. I really hope the house is fixed soon. Anyway. Oh, they may have too, because he started playing around doing the editing on his laptop. That's probably what he's done. I will let him know, Adam. Thank you for pointing that out. I've been a bit slack on watching his videos on the shorts. He'll send pom-poms, you can be the cheer squad. Oh, it's fun, that's for sure. Shed Wars has given me so many laughs. Oh, it's hilarious. Don't think you were on Lorries World's live today. Oh my goodness, it was so funny. Simply Jan's Homestead was there with her whole Loose Faucet persona. And Bunky was there dressed up as Loose Faucet Jr. And Laurie had actually put Bunky and Jan with John in the middle. It was quite funny. Thank you, Adam. I will let him know. I don't think so. I think you'd have to re-upload it. Although there are some editing features in YouTube, I don't think that's one of them. The water kick our butts to keep going. Yeah, honestly, it does help me to get motivated to do stuff. And there are heaps of times when I sit there going, I don't feel like it, I don't want to. But the challenge has got to be done. I can be a little bit competitive sometimes. You need bathroom scales in the garden. Weigh me going in and out. Is that because you keep eating all your strawberries and your blueberries and all those sort of things before they get to the scales? You have trouble feeling inspiration and static at the same time. Some thrive that way. I barely survive that way. My brain doesn't always cooperate. Oh, I can understand. My husband got grumpy at me today because he's like, the only time you've got a happy face on is when you've got your camera on. I'm like, that's not actually true. Just the main times that he's actually talking to me is when I'm stressed about something like fish all dying. Yes, a house is a very important start. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. There's heaps of stuff I didn't weigh in. Heaps of stuff. Honestly, Daz, it's not a big drama. Even if you like as John was saying in the draft video, when they started the Northern Hemisphere, Shed Wars for Shed Wars 21, they had 100 channels join. Now I think they've got about 15 channels that are active in the community. So it's not a big drama. And but Shed Wars 2021 in the Southern Hemisphere, no one got disqualified. Everyone's videos counted, even if you only put 3 up instead of the 12. And the whole idea of it is putting out those 2 videos a month helps to bring consistency to your channel. So it's more of really about building up your community for your channel more than anything else, and building that consistency into the channel. So, and the hashtags help again to build your channel. So most of the rules or guidelines, I look at them as guidelines, not as rules, are there to help you and help your channel. It's not about you're under the thumb, you're feeling pressured. These are things that are going to help your channel. I mean, and I know if I've got 50 notifications in my inbox and 3 of them have got Shed Wars in the title, they're the ones that I watch first. And then Silhouette Pack Up. Just because I love Nettie and Adam. They're awesome. And Wild Edibles. And I'm shocking. I could really easily be watching YouTube videos all day, but I would get nothing done. But supporters are great. Supporters are great. If that's all you want to do, then that's awesome. But if you want to be able to give it a shot, what do you got to lose? Nothing really. And you could end up being on the winning team that wins the $100 gift card. And there may be other sponsors as well. Geez, I planted hum for package and not got weight. Yeah. I mean, but honestly, it's the way you choose to take it as well. But the idea of it's supposed to be fun and supposed to be encouraging and supposed to be motivating and inspiring. It's not supposed to be pressuring and horrible. That's not what it's supposed to be. You're not chopped liver. Why did I miss it, Phoebe? I missed something. You're definitely not chopped liver. Oh, you asked Happy Valley Seeds? Yeah, that would be great. If you can ask Happy Valley Seeds if they want to sponsor, that would be cool. More than happy to promote them if they want to sponsor and offer a gift card as well. Your tablet watches YouTube all day and night. It's better on the TV. And hey, that's cool too, Tiffany. Absolutely, that's cool. But if you hadn't started your YouTube channel, I don't think we would have met. So I'm really grateful that you did start and you did join the community. But I am absolutely amazingly grateful for each and every one of you and really appreciate that you take the time to spend some time with me and the rest of us on the lives, especially on my life. But it is nearly 11:20 and I've had a very long day and I need to go have a shower because I still got fish goop all over me because we basically finished doing stuff with the aquaponics because we ran out of light. I got the boys bathed and cleaned and then organised dinner and then realised, oh no, my Sunday Night Live prayer starts in 20 minutes. So I thought, I'm just going to do my shower and thing after the live. So I'm still feeling pretty grumpy. Oh dear. I'm sorry. I apologise that Nightbot is putting you in timeout. Sorry, it's an automated thing. I can't untime you out. I'm sorry. Cool. That's excellent. Good thing you got custody of your channel. Oh. Oh, that's sad, Tiffany. I would love to be able to see how to grow in your conditions. And you can always turn your comments off if you want to. If you find that you're getting some really nasty comments, then just turn your comments off. But that is, yeah, I get some interesting ones. I've had a few comments with people going, oh, you're so ugly, or something like that. I was like, thanks. I love you too. Somebody commented the other day going, holy hell, look at those teeth. So I commented back, going, what did I say? I was like, good observational skills. Well done. They are pretty bad. Anyway. Oh, Daz, I'm so glad it was just a warning. Got to be careful not to repeat yourself too much. He repeated himself. Yeah. Honestly, I know at the very beginning I was really concerned that I could have ended up with some nasty comments because I was not in the right emotional headspace at the time. And thankfully, I actually didn't get any really nasty ones until I got to the point where I was actually coping with life, the world, and the universe a bit better. But it's all good. Yeah. there are some odd people out there. I also use it as an excuse to pray for people too. Actually, it's really funny. I think back, what was it, 10 years ago? That was probably longer than that, actually. Oh, I feel old thinking about that. I was driving along and I've got had a little fish symbol on the back of my car back then. I don't think I do at the moment. Too many cars have been totaled. Forgotten which one's got what. And this guy drove past screaming Jesus obscenities. And the interesting thing is, I don't think that guy realized, well, I know that guy doesn't realize that I actually pray for him regularly to this day, that God will bless him. Every time I think about that happening, I will pray for that man. Probably not a good idea to attack me, so I'm likely to pray for you. Unless you want to be prayed for, in which case you'd be better off just asking. Anyway, thumbs down are really good because it actually increases the controversial nature of your video and can actually help to improve the algorithm pushing out your videos. Hurt people hurt people. That's the only answer I can give you. If somebody is hurting, they are going to lash out and they are going to try and hurt other people just because that's what they know. And reminding myself that hurt people helps me to remember to bless those that curse me and pray for those that despitefully use me. Does it hurt? Yeah, it does. And the interesting thing is that one comment where the person said, "You are so ugly," it actually bothered me quite badly, and I kept remembering it multiple times a day for at least a couple of weeks. Even at the time I was thinking, is that the best you can come up with? I went to high school, dude. I've heard worse than that. But his few little words actually did hurt. But it gave me an opportunity to pray for him. And it doesn't really bother me now. But I will pray for you, Bibby. I don't know. That I don't know, Tiffany. Yeah, we've got to pray for them too. Keyboard warriors. Just think, thanks for the view and watch time. Thumbs down. It tells you YouTube people are watching. It does. It absolutely does. Actually, it's really funny. I remember you used to think when people would give you prank phone calls, sometimes, like back in the day, people would ring up and go, and do the whole deep breathing thing and try and scare you out or freak you out or something like that. I actually got to the point where it's like, I'd answer it and they'd start doing that. I'm like, thank you so much. It is such a nice compliment. You are spending your time and your money on me. That's so nice. Strangely enough, they seem to stop. Anyway, keyboard gangsters. Oh, sounds interesting. Yep. We just definitely got to pray for Bibby. Bibby, do you mind if I pray for you now? Yeah, absolutely agree, Wild. Absolutely agree. Prayer is powerful. And whether they believe in God or not isn't relevant because God believes in them and he loves them to bits and he wants to bless their socks off. And so I could be the only person that prays for them. I mean, and Jesus did so much more for me. So much more. If you guys could join me in praying for Bibi, that would be awesome. Father God, we thank you for Bibi, and I thank you, Lord, that you love her to bits. I thank you, Lord, that you made her and that you are the apple of her eye. You just think she is so precious and so lovely, and that you want her to know how much you love her. Father, I thank you that you are her provider and that you provide the perfect home for her and the funds, Lord, so that she can actually move on in her life and move towards bigger and better things, Lord, and that you lead her path and guide her way. And thank you for blessing her, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. And if you can keep Bibi in your prayers, that would be really appreciated. She is needing a new home. That would be really, 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 really helpful. But on that note, so I don't normally do prayers during my weekly chats. That's usually my Sunday night live prayers, but always happy to pray. And if anybody does need extra prayers or anything else like that, send me an email at janderra@outlook.com or leave a comment on one of my Sunday night live prayer videos, and I'm more than happy to pray for you. Absolutely wild. I will stand in agreement with that. Father God, we thank you that you have better places and better times and room to grow and for Bibi to be at peace. In Jesus' name. Definitely time to move on, Bibi. Time to move on. Bless him and move on. Start again. Start afresh. Bigger and better things ahead. But yeah. Anyway, I do have to go because it is now nearly 11:30. And I'm exhausted and sticky and smelly, and I got cobwebs and cat hair. If you were at the beginning of the live, you would have seen Kitty with her head and her butt in my face, and it was like, oh my gosh, I got cat hair everywhere. I desperately need to go wash my hair and brush it probably. Oh my goodness, it looks terrible. Can you see the greys? I hope so, Bibi. That would be really good. Hey, have you considered doing a tiny house thing and camping on someone's property? That might be something to do. Yeah, I need a shower. Desperately need a shower. It's been so hot today. So hot. And chasing after chickens and roosters and then having to sort out dead fish. Still got to bury them. But not tomorrow. Tomorrow I've got to take a trip to Brisbane and see the occupational therapist after the accident. Ah, joy. Anyway, so many appointments. But yes, anyway, I gotta go. Need some sleep. Need a shower. Remember, everyone, pray for Bibi. You take care too, Daz. And if you do decide to do a SHEDWARS22 entry, you would be most welcome. But don't feel pressured. But we do love you to bits. Definitely lifting Bibi up. You have Kitty on you right now. Just had to wreck. Night all. Bless you all. Have a great week, and I'll catch you in the comments. Bless you.